Good evening, Marco. Can you hear me? Oh, I can hear you. Are you using a microphone? Oh, yeah, your mic, your microphone might be off because I cannot hear you very well. Hey, are you speaking, Marco? Or yeah, there might be something wrong with your microphone because I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you put in the chat if you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Now I can hear you, but it sounds like a robot, literally like a robot. Like
Yeah. Oh, okay, but you can hear something.
okay. Now I can hear you. Now
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes,
Good.
yes, because at the beginning I listen very weird. Okay,
Yeah,
so before starting the class,
I was
yeah,
absent a lot of days.
yeah. I mean, there were not many days because we were about to finish the course. Yes. Yeah. So now we are starting another, right? Well, as much as I know, there are two students besides you. One is Stacy, and also Mr. Vieto told me that there is another student. Well, I will see that in the platform later. And tell me, Marco, how's your, how's, how was your trip? Are you still there, or you just came back?
The trip was good, really good. We had some issues, some problems, but in general, all was well was good. Because I have a cousin. He is in a good position. He has an own business, and he some years ago he bought a boat for yeah, a lancha, a boat, a big boat.
Okay.
And then the plans, the plans, a part of the plans was to go to to the sea with his boat and prepare in the boat, prepare a grill. He has a grill, a small grill,
Oh,
and
inside the boat.
yeah, inside the boat, and to fish in the in that place, but it was not possible because the weather was bad. In this time, they are the the season of rains is starting now, and some days we should be at home 2 days, almost the complete day. We should be at home, and and I don't know if the name is Marinas. Marina is here. I don't know if it is the same name there in English, but the marinas were closed about because of the weather.
Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you, which state did you go to?
I was in Florida.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, now I remember. It was in Miami.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Miami is part of the Florida, yeah.
yeah, Miami is part of Florida.
But my cousin live in Miami, and other people of our family were live in other parts of Florida. But
Okay, so
in general, all was okay. We visit our family, and we went. We with my wife. We were to buy some things like I told you
souvenirs, right?
before my trip.
You bought souvenir? Did you buy souvenirs?
Um, Souvenir like no, not exactly souvenirs. We bought pills, vitamins. We bought mobile phones, iPhones, like I told you.
Yeah, you told me that.
And
Yeah.
then shoes, bags for women, um, um, jackets, but not exactly souvenirs.
Yeah, not something to remember, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no something to remember. It's something to
Yes, yes, to
commemorate.
go along with that. Yeah, so that sounds very cool. It sounds very cool. Sounds like you had fun. I know if you tell me.
I tried because you know that in Miami there are a lot of Hispanic people, yeah,
Yeah, Latinos. Yeah, a lot of
yeah,
Latinos.
Latinos. And when I went to a store, the attendants they were Hispanic, they were Latinos, and in the first time I entered to a store, I saw that they were Latinos, and I talk in Spanish, but then I thought, no. I need to talk in English because I need to practice, because I need to listen they listen them, and then the rest of the days I try always to talk in English, and it was good because I understood, um, they understood me. It was funny. It was funny because not 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 all the words I understood, but in general, like you said me, like you
Most
told
of
me,
them, yeah.
yeah. And then I understand the topic, the general topic, right?
So if I didn't mistake it, there were okay. I know there are a lot of Latinos there. So they of course speak Spanish, but you pretended like you only spoke English, right? Something like that.
Yes, yes. I prefer to speak in English when I was in the stores, not at
Oh,
home.
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
but how about the stores, the employees there? Do they speak both languages? I mean, English and Spanish?
uh, most of people talk in English and in Spanish, but in some stores only talk in English, and
In
a good
Miami.
English. Yeah, in Miami, a good English that so it was so fast to understand. Uh, but I try to practice in English in the stores.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's something like a little surprising to hear that there are a lot of people, well, at least in the store, right, that speak English in Miami, because as far as I know, it's like 98, no, 90% of people in Miami are Hispanic, are Latinos. So I mean, the reason that for that might be that they are being Americanized,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. I guess that they were American because of the uh, they
Looking,
they
looking.
they looking not like an American, like a typical American, white and um, fair hair, no? Fair hair. Not like this. They were uh, black people, but the the intonation and the English of them were perfect, like an American. But not in all stores. In some stores, I in one occasion I tried to 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 claim for a price, and I talk. Do you speak Spanish? I talked to the girl. Do you speak Spanish? Oh no, nothing. She told me no, nothing. And then
How
I
did she
tried
look
to
like?
they and
Was she
then
like
I
a black
tried
girl?
yeah, she was a black girl, and then I tried to present my claim in English, and I could
It
do this.
worked. It worked.
Yes.
Yeah. So I did. I mean, I know. Well, I know how you felt, but I can guess. Every time that you accomplish something in English, there, did you feel proud? You felt
Proud?
that proud. I mean, did you feel proud?
Sorry, how proud? Proud
No, no, proud. I
is
mean, orgulloso. Did you feel proud?
they or me?
No, you. Did you feel? I mean, did you feel like all your lessons in English since
Yes,
you
yes,
started?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Exactly. It is the it
Yeah.
is the point because I am I'm talking about this because I felt good and proud. Uh, I think that months ago maybe I couldn't do
You
that.
were not able, right? You were not
Yeah.
capable. Okay, so you have improved. You felt that you've improved, right? And
Yes.
that's right because I know if I mentioned, yeah, I did, I think I did. That when we began just the first day. We began. Well, I heard you. I listened to you. I was listening to Stacey as well. And well, I didn't feel you as much as high, right? As I mean the level, uh, as it is now, right? Because yeah, and I told you, I think I told you from it was like a week to another, and I thought you improved a lot. So I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did. So I was asking you, right? Like, are you applying new methods? Are you doing other things? Maybe that's why you improved, right? But it was a good improvement. Very very high, higher than I expected, though.
Yes. And I want to improve, to continue improving my English, uh, because also obviously, people in US talk in English in a good level, in very good level. Yeah.
A very high level.
Yeah, very high level, exactly. And when they were talking between, not with me, because, between them, sometimes I didn't understand all. Yeah? For that reason, I want to continue improving my English, my ear, my
Yeah. So you wanted to be talk as just one of them, right? Because when they are in front of a foreign, I guess they speak slower. They try to be nicer with you. They try to just apply to your to who you are, right? Because they know that maybe you're not going to understand if they speak as fast as they do usually, right? So they try to apply to your level to slow down a little bit, maybe. So you want to feel like they can talk you like they talk to their friends, like they talk to their relatives, like they talk to everyone, right? That's why
yeah,
that's the level that you want to reach, I mean, right?
yes. And also in the meetings with the family, uh, like they live in US, in some moments they talk in English, uh, but but no, but they talk in English, and I understood the conversation between them. Yeah. Not always, but because some conversations were so fast, but in general, I understood almost everything.
Every word, almost every word, right?
Yeah, every word. Yeah,
Yeah, so
almost.
they were
I think like
understandable.
80% maybe. No?
That's good. That's a good percent. That's a good percent. Okay, so before continuing, because I want to show you one video that I don't know if you have watched it before, but I want to make a correction if I didn't, if I don't know if I'm mistaken, if I'm mistaken, I mean, you said, did you say fair hair?
Yes, I said for her.
Yeah, because fair means claro, right? Something like that. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so yeah, fair, it's more like to when we talk, well, it can mean also claro, but when we talk also to in a blonde way, I don't
Okay.
know if you understand me. In a blonde
In
way,
what?
I mean blonde. In a blonde way, I mean it can also mean pelo rubio, right? Some people say that. So I just
Yeah,
wanted to tell you that.
I
Yeah.
I told that.
Ah,
I
you
told,
meant that?
yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay,
I
okay.
thought about that, about the hair.
Yeah, because there are other way to say it, like when we want to be more specific, right? We talk like light hair, right? Light color, I mean, right? But if you meant it the way that you were saying me, then it's all okay, right? It's all okay, no problem. And also, now that we are talking about Latinos there, all those kind of things, I some ago I watched a video. I don't know if you watch it. This guy, this Mexican guy, Gabriel Iglesias. Have you Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias? Have you heard
Gabriel.
about him before?
No.
No. Okay, so watch this video because Miami is also mentioned here, but mostly about Latinos and the way that they speak in English because it's very particular, and you might know it as well. So if you've never seen this guy before, are you sure?
Uh, I I remember his face, but I don't remember. I don't. I didn't listen his
You've
videos
never
or
listened
his.
to
No.
his videos. Okay. Okay. So try to understand because he's very Latinized. I mean, he speak like strong, very strong, like he were a Latino. And I mean, he's a Latino descendant.
Mhm.
If I am not mistaken, he's American, but of course his family, well, they are all Latinos. So we're going to watch this video. Try to understand as much as you can. It's funny, but it's also a lesson.
Oh my God, thank you guys. You guys are all standing. No pressure. No pressure. We're having fun, you guys. We are here coming to you from South Florida. Heck yeah, man. Really close. I got to ask a question since we're here. I just want to know how many Latinos in the crowd tonight? Now, notice I asked Latinos. I wasn't very specific. Because if you call a Latino the wrong one, there's an issue. You call a Mexican a Salvadorian, we get mad. You call a Puerto Rican a Dominican, they get mad. You call a Cuban anything but a Cuban, you're going to get stabbed. So for everyone here and everyone at home, I have found a way to figure out who's who. It's very easy. All you have to do is listen to the way the person is speaking Spanish. You don't have to understand a single word, just listen to the flow. That'll let you know. For example, Mexicans, when we speak Spanish, we sound high. Seriously, you ask us a question, we drag it out. Hey bro, how's it going? Pues aquí nomás, hombre. Ah, pues tú sabes, güey. You know, Cubans, I found out Cubans, you guys speak Spanish, like everything means something. It's very serious. You ask a Cuban a question, bro, where you going? Al baño, coño, carajo, why you wanna know? Just asking, dude. It's like, why is he yelling? I don't know. And I found out Puerto Ricans, you guys speak Spanish like there's a time limit. Ask a question, hey bro, what's up? Oh, mírame bro, el otro día estaba con Hitch, me estaba platicando que chacha Benito, yo no sé lo que está pasando aquí, no me acuerdo. Dame más gasolina. Just fast. Even Mexicans were like, hey, write that down. Quick. Another way is the beverage. The beverage will let you know who you're dealing with. For example, a Mexican's preferred drink of choice is tequila, okay? A Puerto Rican's preferred drink of choice is either Don Q or Coquito, right? And a Cuban's preferred drink of choice is coffee. Now let me tell you how I know about this one. So a few years ago, Martina and I were doing a show at the Improv in Miami, and after the show was over, I was talking to Martina. I said, hey, bro, I said, we got to try out some of this Cuban food everybody's been talking about. It's our first time here. And so we go outside to catch a cab, and when we got in the car, I figured something out, and that is that Cubans come in every color of the rainbow. Cubans and Puerto Ricans, you go from really, really white all the way to freaking navy black, just hardcore. Wesley Snipes, just dark, scuro. El negro, hardcore, you know what I mean? I didn't know that there was such a thing as a black Cuban, because we get in the car and we're speaking Spanish, and this guy turns around and he's black, and he's like, ¿Dónde quieren ir? Where you wanna go? I'm like, oh my God. It freaked me out. I thought the partition was tinted. I didn't know. So he's yelling at us, ¿Dónde quiere ir? I'm like, dude, why is he yelling? I said, listen, we want to go somewhere to get some authentic Cuban food. Where can we go? And then he takes us to this place called Calle Ocho, which, for everyone at home, Calle Ocho is Spanish for 8th Street, and it's an area where, you know, it's very authentic. And he takes us to this restaurant called La Carreta, okay? So you can't miss it. There's a restaurant on the corner with a giant wagon wheel in front of it and a huge rooster. I don't know what the rooster does, but look out for him. We walk inside, and I think, what was it, Martin? Like 2 in the morning. Easy 3 o'clock in the morning. We sit down at this table, and we're looking at the menu. We're trying to figure it out, and there's all kinds of bananas and all kinds of weird stuff that I'm like, I didn't know that. Okay, bananas, fine. Okay, let's do this. And here comes the waiter, and the waiter's coming over, and he gets in my face, and he's like, ¿Qué tú quieres? And I'm like, I forgot. Why is he yelling? I don't know. I said, listen, bro, I'll tell you what, let me look at this menu a little bit longer. I think we need some time, right, Mark? Yeah, we were like, yeah, we need some more time. And I says, for right now, can I just get a coffee? And he's like, okay, un cafecito. And he walks into the kitchen. He comes back 5 minutes later, seriously, with a little coaster and a shot glass of coffee on the coaster. And he puts it down in front of me, and he's like, okay. And I'm like, what is this? Es un cafecito. I go, dude, look at me. I'm not a Ito. I'm a Ande. And then I started thinking, maybe he knows who I am. I get the joke. Bring the really big guy, the really little cup. You know what I mean? And I said, bro, what is it? I go, no. Bring me a full-size cup of coffee. Take this back in the... I was frustrated. So the guy's like, okay, and what you want? Okay. So he grabs it, all pissed off, and then he goes in the kitchen and he starts talking trash to one of the cooks. He's like, Manolo, allá afuera un gordo que dije, un cabezote, que no le cabe una problema allá. And then he comes back with a bowl of Cuban coffee, okay? And he puts it down in front of me, and he won't leave the table. He's like, okay. And I'm like, okay. Oh, I get it. He wants me to make sure this is what I want, what I want, right? So I pick up the bowl and I take a little sip of it. And when the coffee hit my tongue, I was like, oh my God, this is the most concentrated coffee I've ever had. It was really, really strong. And then it clicked. That's why they bring you a little shot glass of this stuff. So now I don't want to look stupid making him take a bowl of coffee back in the kitchen. So I picked it up to my face again and I drank the whole thing. Will Dog, I knew I messed up, bro. I knew I messed up because the waiter looked at me and he's like, vaya con Dios. He goes back in the kitchen, he's like, Manolo, call 911. 10 minutes go by, you guys. I am so wired. That coffee is strong. That is the only way in the world Cubans can make that swim.
So first of all, right, before going to the point here in about the video, how much did you understand from the video?
Maybe 70%.
70.
Yes. Some parts I didn't understand. I didn't understand. When he talked about the cab or a taxi, and then when he talked about the customer asked for the people, and he went to the kitchen, and I didn't understand all of the words, but I understood that he told about the Cuban coffee that they serve in a little cup.
In a little cup, right? Yeah, that was like mostly the point at the end of the video. So about the cab driver, so this is what he said. He said that he thought that all Cubans were white because, well, as you know, most of, well, I can't talk about it because I haven't seen the statistics, but I know that there are many white Cubans, many white people that are Cuban in Florida, especially, I guess, in Miami. So the guy didn't know that there was such a thing as a black Cuban. So when he saw a black guy driving the taxi, he thought he was an American, maybe other kind of foreign. But when the black guy started speaking English, in Spanish, I mean, he was like, oh, like, what the hell happened, right? What the hell? Are you Cuban? Are you? No, he thought like the windows was tainted. right? Que la ventana estaba pintada. Estaba escrito. So you said you understood 70%. But one more question. From just the words, because you were looking, I guess, and listening also to the words. Did you, how much percent did you understand just from the words? Only from the words. Did you understand all the words? How much did you miss?
It's like I told you, I understood like 70%.
Okay. Now I will tell you why. Because when we talk, not just in English, in Spanish, and also in every language, when we talk, we have two ways to understand. Two ways to understand. Now I'm going to share this. One of them is the words, of course, right? We see the words, for example, freak. For example, I don't know, dog, right? Or maybe little, those kind of words. They are just words, but not just us, that we are Latinos, but also Americans and also every people in the world. We don't know all the words, right? For example, in Spanish, I guess you don't know a lot of words, right? I don't know a lot of words either. Right? That's something normal.
And we need to look for some words in the dictionary.
Yeah, when it's important, right? For example, when we are taking over an exam, right? I will tell you something that my coach told me when I was applying to be an interpreter. She told me this, and maybe this has happened to you too. For example, when a family has a person who knows English, they are always when they want, I mean, a question in English, they all come to ask to us, right? So, for example, they don't know how to say "come" in English. They come to us to to make the question, right? Samuel, ¿cómo dices cama en inglés? Right? Oh, it's bed. Luego, ¿cómo dices? ¿Cómo digo hola en inglés? Oh, it's hello, right? But there are some words that we don't know, right? And maybe they ask those kind of words to us, and if we say we don't know that translation of that word, we automatically don't know English, right? If someone is asking you a word, how do you say a word? How do you translate a word from Spanish to English? And if you don't know how to translate it, a common person and a common person is going to think that you don't know English, right? For example, that's something that happens with teachers, right? If you ask, for example, a teacher, imagine, right? How do you say this word, right? And you show them, for example, a word in Spanish. It can be, what can it be? For example, guitarra. Let's imagine guitar. Teacher, how do you say guitarra in English? And the teacher tells you, oh, I don't know. Oh, and he tries or she tries to remember. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Even if it's a complicated word, what would you think about the teacher? The first thought that would come to your mind, it would be like, oh, that teacher might not know English very well, right? Do you agree with that? And that's the first thought that goes through your mind, right? But that's what our coach told to us. We as Latinos that are just learning English step by step, we can know all the words in English. That's something completely normal. We can know all the words, not just in English, but in Spanish, but in Russian, but in whichever language you are learning. That's something completely normal. That's why we have two ways to understand something, especially if you don't know much English or you're just on your way through it. Right. One of them are the words, right? Freak, dog, little, as we were watching now. We're watching that guy called Miguel. I forgot. There are many words, I'm sure, that you didn't understand, right? You told me 70%, so I guess you didn't understand like 30% of those words. But I am sure that even in some sentences, even if you didn't understand some words, you were able to understand the situation. Am I right? Yeah. So that's another ability that you have to develop. Situation. That's the second way that we have to understand English. One are the common things. There are the words, freak, dog, little, whatever. But what happens if we don't understand some kind of words? We have to use the situation. We have to complete those blank spaces that we don't understand with something, right? Those things are the situations. And how do we do that? How do we try to understand the situations? Looking at the gestures that the person is doing, looking at the tone of voice that the person is also doing, looking at everything but the words, concentrated, being really concentrated to what that person or those people are speaking, right? And when we do that, we also learn words, right? We also learn words. And I don't know if you are understanding me by now. Are you? Yeah. Okay. Example, right? Example. Imagine I am saying this. They are doing a lot of things. They are doing a lot of things. Imagine you don't know what a lot means. Imagine. You know what a lot means. They are doing of things. But imagine that person is doing this. Oh, they are doing a lot of things. A lot of things. They are doing a lot of things. You don't know exactly what it means, but by the situation, judging just by the situation, you have, I could say, 99% of the word, of the meaning of the word. You are not precise, but you can understand by that situation what that person means. And that's the way that the best way that we can learn words as advanced English speakers, right? Because if we don't know a word, okay, if we have a cell phone, right? Oh, we just go to Google Translator, we translate it, right? But imagine, right, at the level that you want to get, you're talking with a guy, with a girl in the US. Are you going to look for words every time, right? Like, oh no, oh no. That's going to look weird. First of all, it's to look very weird. Second of all, you're not going to learn. Your brain is not going to get used to it. The best way that your brain will get used to it is by judging the situation. So be aware now that you are on your way through it, on your way to learn English. This is like a sense that we develop. Every time you're listening, every time you are, because even if you're not watching that person, you're not seeing that person, you know, but the way that person speaks, right? Example here. They are doing a lot of things. A lot of things. Now, the first example was this. You're looking at the person says, they're doing a lot of things. Okay. But imagine now you can see me. How do we know that? Well, but the way we sound. Imagine if I tell you, oh, they are doing a lot of things. Right? I am dragging the word out. I am doing it. I am making it, I mean, bigger. The sound is bigger, right? We do that in a very unconscious way. We as human beings do that in an unconscious way. It's something completely normal. So obviously, when you're talking to a person, that person is not going to do necessarily that, right? Oh, it's not going to do that necessarily. That's why you have to be aware, even on the few, very, very, very few aspects that you can use to make a difference. Be aware of them. That's the best way that you're going to learn words when you're speaking, especially to a native English speaker in the US. After your trip, I'm sure you're going to get back to the US, so you can use that method, because trust me, that's the best method you can ever get. So what do you think? Tell me. Your microphone is off. Oh, it's still off. I'm sorry. I cannot hear you. Oh, I mean I think it's okay. Your devices. You have to activate it in Zoom.
Okay, yeah, now it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I understood.
Oh, you understood very. No,
Yeah.
do you have any question, for example?
No, sorry. I understood, like you say, you told me that we should talk like they, with expressions, with, or you are only told me to understand when they talk with expressions, with a lot of like something like this. It is common. It's common in Americans. I understood that, or it is common with all people from every country, from all of the countries.
Yeah, similar to it. I told you something.
Because here,
Yeah.
Only here we talk with expressions, with the hands, and with the pronunciation, maybe in sometimes slow and sometimes fast and sometimes like long parts of our words. We also do that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone does that. That's something normal. Okay, I'm going to tell you this in Spanish. I'm going to tell you this in Spanish because I consider that it's very important. Eso es lo que te dije. Cuando nosotros hablamos, en cualquier idioma, cuando nosotros hablamos, hay dos formas en las que nosotros podemos entendernos. Una es entendiendo las palabras que nosotros decimos, ¿no? Y otra es entendiendo la situación. Las palabras creo que no hay más que decir ahí, ¿no? Las palabras, la traducción de la palabra, ya está. Ahora, cuando nosotros hablamos de la situación, ejemplo, ¿no? Yo estoy diciendo aquí, ellos están haciendo muchísimas cosas, ¿no? Ahora, Cuando una persona dice, yo estoy haciendo muchísimas cosas, puede hacer esto, ¿no? Muchísimas cosas. Puede alargar también, ¿no?, su forma de decir muchísimas. Y si tú no sabes cómo decir muchísimas en inglés, tú no vas a entender que es lot of, right? A lot of. Pero sí lo vas a entender por la forma en que se está expresando, ¿no? A lot of things, right? Ahora, ¿qué es el sentido que tú tienes que desarrollar? Obviamente, cuando tú estás hablando con alguien, esa persona necesariamente no va a decir así, ¿no? Muchas cosas, muchas cosas. Necesariamente no va a decir eso, ¿no? Puede ser que simplemente diga muchas cosas, ¿no? Y ya está. Ahora, sin embargo, nosotros como personas tenemos ya un mecanismo involuntario, ¿no? Tenemos ya un mecanismo involuntario. Cuando nosotros decimos cierto tipo de palabras, hay expresiones que cambian, ¿no?
Sí.
Hay expresiones que cambian. Ahora, si nosotros no estamos bien entrenados, por ejemplo, nosotros no vamos a entender cuando esas expresiones cambian, ¿no? O por ejemplo en español, ¿para qué vamos a saber cuándo esas expresiones cambian? Nosotros ya entendemos la palabra y ya está. Entendemos qué significa. ¿Para qué vamos a ver la expresión? No, eso no sirve. Vamos a decir, supongo, ¿no? Pero cuando no sabes la palabra, reconocer las expresiones, esas expresiones, es fundamental. ¿Por qué? Porque esa es la forma, la mejor forma en la que tú puedes aprender el significado de algo. Y es la forma en la que aprenden, por ejemplo, los latinos que viven en Estados Unidos. ¿Tú crees que ellos están buscando cada rato la palabra, a ver qué significa esto? No. Por eso dicen que la mejor forma, por ejemplo, de aprender inglés es irte a vivir a un país donde hablan inglés, ¿no? ¿Por qué? Porque ellos se entienden mediante la situación. Está bien, la persona no exagera al hablar, ¿no? No necesariamente va a decir, muchas cosas, ¿no? Pero sí va a tener un pequeño gesto de ese muchas cosas, porque es algo natural que nosotros hacemos como personas. Cuando hablamos de poco, cambiamos nuestra forma de expresión. Cuando hablamos de mucho, cambiamos nuestra forma de expresión, aunque sea un poquito, pero hay ese cambio porque es algo natural de nosotros como personas. Ese poquito que está ahí, tienes que intentar reconocerlo. Trata de reconocerlo, claro. ¿Por qué? Porque de esa forma tú vas a nutrirte de significados. Vas a nutrirte de significados y no va a ser necesario ya que estés buscando a cada rato la palabra que significa esto, porque vas a, primero que nada, perder mucho tiempo y puede ser también que te equivoques. Porque como sabrás, los traductores en general, no son cosas precisas, ¿no? Entonces, ¿qué es mejor, ¿no? Saber qué significa una palabra cuando la ves existiendo. Por ejemplo, si un estadounidense te dice a lot of y te muestra muchas manzanas, o es mejor buscar en traductor y que el traductor a lot of te lo traduzca como pocas. Es mejor ver a la palabra en acción,
Claro.
es cierto. La palabra en acción, la palabra ejecutándose. Esa es la mejor forma de aprender inglés. Ahora sí, vuelvo a mi modo de inglés. Did you agree with what I am saying? I mean, have you heard about this method before? Because it's very common. It's very, very
Yes.
common with the high-level English
Yes,
speakers.
I totally agree. I
Yeah, you
understood
have to.
that.
You have to
I
practice.
understood that, but I thought that you were taught recommend me always when we talk in English we should use that
Pay
expression.
attention.
No, those expressions when we talk to use that expression a lot or something like this.
Oh, no. No,
Yeah.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
I understood.
yeah, that's why I found necessary to explain it in Spanish. Because imagine if I tell you, if you understood that and I didn't clarify it in Spanish, and you now are talking like, oh, a lot of things, and the other person is looking at you like, oh, what is happening to this guy, right? Yeah, so Try to do that. Try to do that, as I told you before, because that's going to help you a lot. That's going to help you a lot. That's just the best way to learn English. And well, that's it. Okay, before finishing the class, I want to tell you this. I don't know if Mr. Alberto has told you this about the books. Did he tell you?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
In some classes, we read those books.
Yeah. Okay. There is something special here that I want to tell you. It log out. Wait. Because there is a certification. There is a certification that you're going to get if you complete some part of the books.
Some lessons.
Did he tell you about that?
Some homeworks.
Yeah, I don't know why we even. Okay, I think I in the wrong way. Okay, here it is. Okay, for example, what he told me, I am going to also tell you if Stacy and the other guy, I think his name was Debbie. Well, for example, if you complete all these kind of books, well, not all books. I mean, not every book. You can choose just one. Okay, for example, this book that I have already chosen. For example, if you complete this, then a certification it is going to be given to you, right? Just in this website, this I don't know how is this called. Software? It's not a software. I think it's a website, right? OxfordLearner.com. Yeah, it's a website. So, for example, if you complete this book, then at the end of the competition, you're gonna get a certification, right? Of that you're already completed it. And I don't know if it's also the same with the other books, but as far as I know, if you choose the first line of the books that are there, you're going to get the certification. I don't know how much time you have to do that, but as far as you have, right, these books, right, you have your journey to these books, you're going to be able to get it.
Yes, I have time. In some classes, I didn't do I didn't complete maybe some exercise in the book because I didn't have time. But in general, in the week, I have time to complete maybe 1 page, 2 pages.
Yeah, that
For
would
the
be
next
cool.
class, maybe if it is necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how this works exactly because I was just explaining a little ago. But just by watching the name that is Oxford's Learner bookshelf, and I see that is the official one, right? Just by watching at it, I recommend you to do it. I recommend. I already know that you're eager to do it, but I really recommend you to do it because a certification is a certification. What?
Yeah, you're recommending me to complete the lessons in these books, or are you recommending
In one
me
book.
to buy?
No, they are free. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I
Eh,
saw those books.
yeah. Try to complete one. Try,
But
try to complete one of them
what
to
book?
get that
What
certification.
book? What book?
Okay, try to complete this one.
Yeah, it is
This
the
that is American started. But as far as I know, you can choose.
yeah. Okay.
Any. And also, you can ask, because I'm not very to talk about this. I will say, was any other doubt, ask him about this kind of book and the certification. Okay, ask him about the certification, because a certification is a certification. It's it's something that will say that you're speaking.
Yeah, it's important. It's important.
Yeah, it's important. Okay, so do you have a question? Do you have a question?
No, no, all is clear. All is fine.
Okay, so I hope your classmates, right? Your classmate will be here on today. Were
Friday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Wednesday, on Friday,
Mm.
right? Yeah, because
Who
to do the other, right? Tell me.
who are the classmates? Only Stacy or a new one?
There is I have access to the platform. So, and also Mr. Pietro told me that okay, Stacy is going to continue, but there is another student named David. David,
Okay.
I think that is David. I forgotten. Okay, but I think that is David. It's his name. So you will be three. And in case of that, I think that we could do the debates maybe a little more interesting, right? Because I could be in it. I could be in like 2 against 2, or maybe something like that, right? So
Yeah. Okay.
we'll be more specific. Okay, so if you have any other question, okay, we will see you on Friday.
Yes.
Good night, Marco.
See you Friday.